St. Kitts and Nevis and Antigua and Barbuda are at the center of a debate at the Caribbean Court of Justice, the CCJ, regarding an exception to the free movement of agricultural workers and security guards. Countries forming the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, the CSME, had agreed recently to expand the categories of free movement of persons within the community to include agricultural workers and security guards. But Antigua and Barbuda and St. Kitts and Nevis requested an exemption to these categories. That exemption was granted for 5 years. Question is, will agricultural workers and security guards from Antigua and Barbuda and St. Kitts and Nevis now be allowed to enter other CARICOM countries even while under this exemption? Hear more in this report from Newsroom Guyana.
Free movement has long been a contentious one in the 15-nation Caribbean community, CARICOM. The heads of government have twice agreed to grant countries an opt-out to say that they will not accept certain categories of workers, the latest being Antigua and St. Kitts, who have opted out of a decision to allow the free movement of agriculture workers and security guards. The two countries were granted a 5-year waiver. Now, CARICOM wants to know if its decisions to grant opt-outs is legal under the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, the legal instrument which governs how CARICOM functions. It has asked the Caribbean Court of Justice, the CCJ, to decide. A contentious question that the CCJ has also been asked to decide on is whether the countries which are granted an opt-out automatically deny the citizens of their countries the right to move and work and benefit from the very decisions. In arguments before the CCJ on Tuesday, Dr. Vanessa Moe, the Crown Solicitor at the island's Minister of Legal Affairs, said that Antigua, a less developed state within CARICOM, requested an opt-out because of socio-economic reasons, and she went further in stating that Antigua did not expect to have its nationals who are agri-workers and security guards to have the right, therefore, to travel and work freely in other member states.
A member state who opts out from a decision cannot reasonably expect its national to receive the benefits from another member state in respect of the decision that it had opted out from.
So the official position of Antigua and Barbuda is that they are content for the 5 years not to receive agricultural workers and security guards, nor to have any of their nationals seek employment as agricultural workers and laborers, or have a right to seek that employment in other states.
That's indeed the position, Your Honor.
However, while Antigua seemed to have decided that since it will not accept agriculture workers and security guards, these categories of workers in its own country will not have the right to travel freely and work, other arguments for today strongly disagreed. Grenada argued that while Antigua and St. Kitts have opted out, it did not mean that other states should not accept their agriculture workers and security guards, unless the other states also seek an opt-out.
If the conference simply says you're permitted to opt out for a period of 5 years, what does that import?
That imports that the member state that has opted out is not subject to the obligations that the decision created.
So then that member state that has opted out, their nationals have a right to go to other states, is that it?
Yes.
I see. So it's a non-reciprocal basis. That's the default position.
I would think that's the default position, member, because the other member states have not opted out of that particular obligation.
St. Kitts agreed and argued that while it opted out of the decision to accept agriculture workers and security guards, it does not mean that its agriculture workers and security guards should be denied the right to work in other CARICOM states.
Looking at that, it has to be clear what you are opting out of. It must be very clear what you're opting out of. And from what we have seen, what I have seen, there is no indication of an opting out where any state has said, come on record as saying, we have opted out, and we therefore believe that our nationals should not be able to benefit. So in my respectful opinion, it has to be very clear what a state is opting out from. If all that is stated is, look, we do not want to welcome these nationals at this specific time, we cannot make the leap to say from that statement that a state is also saying, my nationals cannot go.
The University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus was given the role of amicus curiae, or friend of the court, and also agreed that the opt-out provision is not reciprocal.
As we are coming closer and closer together, and each conference decision or decision of other community organ builds and strengthens CARICOM obligations, if we allow those obligations to be filtered through all sorts of reciprocal, I will not give you this, I will not give you that, that what happens is the strength of unity becomes eroded in a whole variety of obligations.
The hearings will continue before the CCJ on Wednesday. It was last December that CARICOM agreed that agriculture workers and security guards should be facilitated with free movement administratively by December 2019 and implemented legislatively by July next year. For the newsroom, Neil Marks reporting.
Michael Davis of Molyneux Newtown, for whom a wanted poster was issued by the police earlier this month, was apprehended in the Sadlers area on October 22nd. Davis was wanted in relation to a series of break-ins. The police would like to thank all the persons who assisted with this matter by sharing information with law enforcement officials and all media houses for sharing the poster with their audiences. Zafi Alder, SKN Newsline.
Get ready for the biggest Latin crossover event in St. Kitts. It's the 10th annual Latin Fiesta. Sunday, October 27th at the Frigate Bay Lawn, featuring Joe Ferraz, Victor y la Sonora Salvadora, Mr. Bus Fight, and DJ Flames. Get your tickets now for only $40 until October 20th and $60 after. VIP tickets, $330 until October 13th and $360 after. Ticket outlets: Valier Martin, St. Kitts and Nevis, Harper's, Mojitos, Avalon Lab, We Try, Cajola Cristata, and online LatinFestival.net. This event will be starting at 3:30 p.m. It's the 10th annual Latin Fiesta, sponsored by Cajola Cristata, Hobbs Enterprises, Carib Brewery, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Kitts Marriott Resort and the Walla Beach Casino, St. Kitts Tourism Authority, La Casa de la Habano, Dolphin Discovery, Carib Careers, Royal St. Kitts Hotel, and Caribbean Cinemas.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like knowing you're fully covered after an accident, the security of your home and everything in it that means so much to you, and knowing that even when the weather does its worst, you and your family are covered. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
Meridian Medical Pharmacy is the best place to get your pharmaceutical products. We make filling prescriptions easy. Our well-stocked pharmacies are ready to serve you. Check us for medical supplies, skin products, supplements, and so much more. Ask about flu vaccines. At Meridian Medical Pharmacy, we are focused on offering a professional, personalized pharmacy experience. Our service is personal, compassionate, and friendly. Located at our state-of-the-art medical facilities at the corner of South Independence Square Street and Adlam Street, downtown Bastyr, St. Kitts. And now we have a new branch on Frigate Bay Road in the Sugars Complex. Call 465-5096 and 465-3306 or email pharmacy@meridianmedcons.com. Visit Meridian Medical Pharmacy today and experience professional, customer care and fast prescription fill-in service. Meridian Medical Pharmacy. There is a sharp disparity in the views of the government and the opposition on the state of the St. Kitts Nevis economy. The government continues to boast of surpluses and a growing economy, and the fact that St. Kitts Nevis has a debt-to-GDP ratio of 60%, one of the lowest debt rates in the Caribbean, and certainly within the acceptable international benchmark. But the opposition claims the government is reaping the benefits of work it set while in office prior to the 2015 election. Speaking at a recent private sector banquet, Deputy Prime Minister Sean Richards boasted of the progress in economic development.
Our economy is projected to record robust growth at 3.7% for 2019. For the fifth year in a row, our economy is growing. Figures from the Inland Revenue Department show that the business registration base in St. Kitts increased from 5,084 in 2014 to 7,483 as of September 2019, which represents a 47% increase in the number of businesses registered and a net gain of 2,399 businesses.
He cited the decline in debt to GDP ratio of the country.
I am pleased to inform you that as of June 2019, St. Kitts and Nevis's debt to GDP ratio stood at 55.5%. This is according to data from the Ministry of Finance. Remarkably, this is a 35% improvement over June 2014, when our debt to GDP ratio was 85%, according to the Ministry of Finance. To further the good news is that, although it was reported that we attained the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union's ECCU's target benchmark of 60% in December 2018, becoming the first independent state in the ECCU to do so 12 years ahead of the target date, I have learned that based on revised GDP numbers the Ministry of Finance just received this month, St. Kitts and Nevis actually outdid itself by attaining the 60% debt to GDP ratio, not in December 2018, but even earlier, in March 2016, 13 months after the Team Unity administration took office.
However, the opposition St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party claims the government cannot accept credit for the decline in debt. In a previously issued release, party leader Dr. Denzel Douglas said going back to budget addresses and speeches delivered at the national consultations on the economy over the period 2010 to 2014 would show a reduction in the debt to GDP ratio. He said once the land for debt swap was completed, as it was very critical to the exercise, he was able to address the 2013 national consultation on the economy on Thursday, October 17, 2013, to inform the audience that the country was well on target in bringing the debt to international standard. He said, quote, "I indicated that by 2014-2015, the debt ratio will be further reduced to 89% of GDP and will reach the 60% of GDP threshold way before 2020. The Team Unity regime has done nothing to impact the debt to GDP ratio. All they can be credited with was to make a balloon payment to the IMF from the funds which my administration left in the Treasury," end quote. A press release from the government said that the Team Unity government was praised by the IMF officials when they met with Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris over the weekend. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline. The week of activities at Latin Festival 2019 officially opened on Monday at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort with a movie night and cocktail. Ileana Gonzalez, a member of the Latin Festival Committee, thanked the sponsors and contributors of Latin Festival 2019 during the opening ceremony.
So we would like to thank our partner sponsors, Cayola Cristada and Monigram. We would like to thank our Premium Plus sponsor, Royal St. Kitts Hotel, our premium sponsors, Carib Brewery, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Kitts Marriott Resort and the Royal Beach Casino. Our Platinum Plus sponsors, St. Kitts Tourism Authority, La Casa de Habano, Dolphin Discovery. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsors, Sunlink, Par Hyatt, Caribe Commerce, Caribbean Cinemas. We would like to thank our Gold Plus sponsor, Cable and Wireless Flow. We would like to thank our gold sponsors, Horfors, Group of Companies, the Live Whirlwind, Express Events, The Cable, Coast Cabs and Kids, Real, Corks and Screws, Development Bank. We would like to thank our Silver Plus sponsors, GFX and Providio Production. Our Silver sponsors, Witrae, National Bank, VG Firework, Avalon Lab. Our Bronze sponsors, Pepsi, Jarrow, Caribbean Dreams, Demerara Distillers, Culture Department, our bronze sponsor, and Mapao, our bronze sponsor as well. We would like to thank our contributors to the festival: Harper's, Gray Legal Firm, New Generation Engineers, Island Auto Supply, El Paraíso, Baron Restaurant, Freaky Bay Development, Calypso Tour, CNC Auto Service, O Architects, DS Beauty Lounge, and of course, the last but not the least, our media. So Freedom, as I said, SKN Vibes, SKN Newsline, Caribbean, Sun Plus Media, Okie Got It, and you all, thank you very much for your support.
Latin Festival 2019 will climax with the 10th anniversary of Latin Fiesta at the Frigate Bay Lawns this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
The St. Kitts Nevis Football Association, SKNFA, continues its program to build capacity and capability in all areas of football through a one-week referees training exercise held at Warner Park. 25 referees from both islands of St. Kitts and Nevis participated in technical training on the essentials of refereeing as well as adherence to fitness protocols. The program was being delivered by FIFA referee in the CONCACAF region, Kadisha Antoine of Antigua, who indicated that local referees were on a positive growth path.
Basically, on my end, I'm here to basically observe and evaluate the fitness aspects of the referees, the evaluation of the instructor, the fitness instructors as well, how they have been doing, how they've been cooperating with the referees, and so on, and also the fitness tests, which I must congratulate. They have done very well, and that's basically my objective here, to see how they have been progressing over the past years, and I must say that there have been some progression. There's a great bunch of guys here and girls as well that's participating, and there's a lot for the future of refereeing in St. Kitts, for sure. So Malcolm Ramsey, who's the head of refereeing here, of course he appoints them to games, but you do have some FIFA officials also who have been receiving appointments for the Nation League and so on within CONCACAF. As very often they have been doing well, and I also see some young ladies coming up as well who have been appointed for the Caribbean Under 14 Female Shield program, and they have been doing well as well. So it's up to them to continue to do the work, get their fitness level up, continue to work technically, and there is a lot of room for them within CONCACAF or within FIFA, because with all these games being played now, there's a need for referee. And like I said to them on the beginning, their passport is fitness. If they can keep that, maintain it, or get it up, then it's up to the Football Association in years to come to keep appointing the young ones to the list and so on. So it's just really their destiny right now to continue to work towards what they want, and they do want it. So we do hope to see many referees coming out of St. Kitts in the future, because at the present moment you have 6 referees and 6 ARs, and I am sure by next 2-3 years you'll have some females doing great work as well too. So it's really up to them.
Earlier, SKNFA President Anthony Johnson urged football officials to make good use of the opportunities to raise their personal standards and to contribute to the development of football in St. Kitts and Nevis. Glenn Bard for SKN Newsline.
For all your printing needs at top-notch quality, go to Digital Print Plus, located on Princess Street, Bastyr, St. Kitts. At Digital Print Plus, you get the best in business cards, letterheads, envelopes, wristbands, tent cards, rack cards, flyers, brochures, logo designs, posters, photos, architectural designs, 3D renderings, and so much more. Digital Print Plus gives you the best quality at competitive prices. Contact us at 767-7468 or email digitalprintskn@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook at digitalprintskn. Digital Print Plus, for all your printing needs at the best quality.
Online radio has never been this great. It's Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Tune in for Caribbean music and programs, news, sports, entertainment, vibrant discussions, and much more. Tune into programs like Get Up Mornings with Carl D. Springett, live on weekday mornings. Let's Talk St. Kitts and Nevis with Andre Huey. The Caribbean News Hour, and only on Voice of the Caribbean Radio at www.voiceofthecaribbean.net or on our Android mobile app in the Google Play Store. Just search Voice of the Caribbean. We're also on TuneIn Radio. Voice of the Caribbean Radio, reaching the Caribbean and beyond. Check our website for program listings.
Banners, commercial signs, decal printing, canvas prints, license plates, posters. We at Multigraphics are dedicated to providing quality products and service to our customers. Our team takes pride in the craftsmanship and is passionate about its work. Every job, large or small, is important. Most of our customers come to us through referrals. That's because our number one priority is service. We serve a wide variety of customers, such as restaurants, retail stores, manufacturers, trucking companies, and many more. Our capabilities include design, production, and installation. How can we help? We are located at Bird Rock at the Woods Right compound. Call us at 869-763-1511 or 784-491-7599. Multigraphics.
Now you can have SK Newsline on the go. Introducing SK Newsline Android mobile app. Search SK Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch your news reports, watch our live news feed on SK Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SK Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.